Hello there, viewers. You're welcome to yet another special broadcast on Kems Media. Today we are going to be talking numbers. We're talking census and we're talking the Montgomery County. When we talk about numbers, it has a lot of ramifications, especially with regards to different aspects of our lives. Today we're receiving a special guest on the program. He is a census ambassador for the Montgomery County. He's a former football player. He's a football coach. And when I talk about football, I mean soccer. And he's none other than Coach Abenigan Amuzu. They also know him as Coach Fofo. Coach Fofo, you're welcome on this special broadcast on Kems Media.
Thank you to have me here with you.
You are a census ambassador for the Montgomery County. What does that mean?
Yes, my organization, Elite Soccer Youth Development Academy, as an ambassador, choose to be an ambassador to represent the African community in the Montgomery County, especially in the East County, so we can count. We can make each house count in the Montgomery County. That's the reason we'll be choosing to perfection, especially in our community, in the African community, to count people for the census.
Now, you're talking about counting people, but we know that there are different categories of people. There are the young ones, the older ones, the African American population, and then of course the Americans themselves. Who are you targeting?
We are targeting the African community in the East County, in Montgomery County. It's a diversity group living in East County, from Burtonsville, East County, White Oak, Tacoma, all the way down. The demography current by District 5, called East County, and it is full of a lot of African from Cameroon, Senegal, Mali, the West Africa, Central Africa, East Africa. Those people, the county choose us as an ambassador for census to make sure those people to be counting in each household.
All right, so you talk about the African community and the census that is currently going on in the Montgomery County. Why is this important for our population?
Because census is happening every other 10 years. And then if we don't do it this 10 years, we have to wait for the next 10 years to count. That's the reason it's very efficient for the county to have every single one living in this community, this county, to be counted, because of also project money was for the community, for the county, and that money should be also used later on for our kids' school, hospital, so many stuff. If you want to be living in the community safe and well done, so we need to count every new baby born today must count in each household.
Why do we really have to go through this process when we know that maybe like in hospitals, you know, when the baby is born, they have a count there. Maybe at our various jobs, you have people who, I mean, all of those things. Can they not just add up these numbers? Why do they have to go through another census, special census, to get people counted? The
reason they are doing the census is also for the data and also numbers. Okay. We're talking about numbers. Correct. Because for the election, for everything, we are saying is a number, so we have to go to, because yes, the question is right. We can go to the hospital, providing how many people born, but today, how many people fly from Africa, who the federal government didn't know, been living, your grandpa, your grandma, your auntie who visit you, or those people. Today, the law allow, with no discrimination, to count every single one. So that's the reason the federal government, the county, want everybody in each household to be counted. It's not just but also to represent also our community, to have a more power. If we know how many African descendants living in the East County, it's better for the county to know how to target those communities. And the community will have a voice. Exactly. In the county board. In the county board for the social justice and everything. We can have a representation people on a council level or, federal level. So those kind of stuff matter. It's not just because we are counting people, but we are counting people to know how many people of African people living today in Montgomery County, especially in the East County or Upper County. So those data is very important for the county to know how also they can serve, and also we also can have a voice to be asked a question, because we live in a country of freedom. and we have a right to ask a question. But if nobody know you or you're not involved, they don't know the type of participation we have in the Montgomery County, we cannot go and sit down on the table and try to discuss with anybody.
Right. So now, given the importance of the census that is currently going on, how can people participate? How is the census carried out?
Census is still going on now. While we're talking right now, we still have so many events today across the border of the Montgomery County. We just finished one on St. Camillus Church, and then we're going to the Wheaton for the next hour. What I'm talking now, in 2 o'clock, we are kicking off another one. Technically, census to be ended in this end of this month, but we're still in the process of the federal government to see if it's going to be any extending time. But technically, census is going to be finished on the next Wednesday on September 30. But right now, there's so many events is going on. So we just finished St. Camillus. We are going to Wheaton in front of the Costco store to make a buzz, and then let people who never do the process can be doing right away. It's taking 5 minutes to do it. So we have a tablet, we have volunteer people going to be there to help people to fill the form right away. Tomorrow is a group of mine with all my students. We're going to cover White Oak, the entire White Oak community. And then from Monday to Tuesday, we're going to be in the East County and then trying to fill what is the gap or people is not doing know about census. We're going to go for those things area to make sure we target a lot of people, especially our community, people who will lay back. They don't want to be involved, but we want to make sure they have the information so they can come out and do the last minute counting to be counted in the process of census.
All right. So for someone who you may miss or who may not be around when you're going, say, in White Oak, can they do it online by themselves?
Sure. Yes. To do it online is just go to www.2020census.gov. It takes 5 minutes to fill the form. Is no any question about your citizenship. Is only any question about where you from, if you have a green card or you don't have a. No, if you 5 minutes, you can put anybody who's in your house can be on the dial list. It takes 5 to 10 minutes to fill your form to be counted on the census.
So if I get you correctly, what you're saying is you don't need to be a citizen, you don't need a green card or anything like that to participate in the census.
No, you don't need it.
Because I mean, especially in our African community, when they start hearing you ask questions about, we need you to be counted, some people start thinking immigration and then they don't want to participate.
The counting going to be make sure to people, so that should not be the barrier to be people who we know people in the community here do not have what they're supposed to be here. But in the census way, it was law. It's no any identity claiming before you can fill the census, your census. You will live in a community, you have a rent, you pay rent in the Montgomery County, you have apartment, you live in a house, you have a job, you don't have a job, or you live in that community and you have a proof of address, you should go and fill the census, your 2020 census, and this time before next Wednesday.
All right, so we're doing this census. This census is happening at a time that is very challenging for the world at large. We're talking here about COVID-19. You're going from one area to another. You talked about going to White Oak, Wheaton, and all of that. Are there any special measures put in place, especially with regards to COVID-19?
Yeah, COVID. I'm saying census is safe, is easy, is important to secure, because we are putting a mask. All our volunteer ambassador who's working in the community with the census, we are wearing the mask, we are wearing the glove, and then it's a different way to do census. You can do your census online by yourself in your house, or you can call 844-330-2020. People can help you to fill it out. You don't need to be, or you can meet somebody who have a tablet to just give information. They can key it out for you to fill in and then make you register for census. So it's safe, it's easy, it's secure.
Okay, so I want you to take that number again, the number and the website. Take it slowly, because we have thousands of people who are watching this and they may prefer to do it via phone or go to the website.
If you want a community today and then you really want to participate and then fill in the census, it's easy, it's safe, and it is secure. You just have to go online, tap the www.2020census.gov. You have access. It takes you 5 to 10 minutes to fill your application to be counted. Or you can call 844-330-2020, and someone will take you online and help you to fill your application to be counted in this community.
Okay, so for those who are in the various communities you just mentioned a while ago, can you give us a rundown of the various neighborhoods or areas that you'll be visiting again?
We're going to be tomorrow White Oak, and then we're going to be on the East County from Monday, Tuesday. So we're going to talk. We know those are vulnerable, living community, and there's the concentration of African community on the White Oak and East County. So from tomorrow, our youth are going to be from White Oak from 10 to 4. And then Monday, from 4 to 6, they're going to be also come back to White Oak Tower. And then from White Oak Tower, we'll move Tuesday, we'll go to East County on the Castle Boulevard to cover from the beginning of the Castle Boulevard all the way to the end of the Castle Boulevard. So those are assignments we try to accomplish before next Wednesday. But it's a different way. You can go online, like we said, go to www.2020census.gov. You have a way to fill your application with not talk to anybody, with not touch anybody. Or meet us today. We're going to be from 2 to 4. We're going to be at Wheaton in front of the Costco store. We're there. If you don't have a computer at home, you don't have a laptop, you don't have a phone, come over there. People will be ready here to help you to fill your census. But from tomorrow in the weekend, we're going to be putting all this door hanging for each apartment door, so people can take it and then read and get information. It's in Spanish and it's in English. We also have in French, we have in Amharic, we have on a different language. Or the county make all those tools available so everybody can feel comfortable to go and fill the census information.
So you just mentioned a while ago that the census is going to end on the 30th.
Yeah.
Has it been so far?
Because census will be open since March, and then and the COVID comes, slow down everything. So people had to be the county and the federal government had to find a way to readjust everything. That's where they right now also they are fighting, to see if there can be any extension. So to October, so people can, those who don't have a chance to do it, they can have a time, because they also junction with the election. So it's so many stuff is going on right now, but the county and the federal government will want to make sure we count everybody, and then so they'll find a way to make sure if that court appeal go away, there can be any extension after Wednesday, so people can continue fill their census to maybe end of October.
All right, so you're talking about the census now, and we're talking about numbers. We also know that the elections, presidential elections, are coming up in November. And you're talking about all of these, our African community members being counted.
Yeah.
What advice for them, especially as we look forward to the November elections?
And it's a great question, and I thank you for that, because right now, in this community, in our community, believe I'm just talking to those who are willing, going to be as a citizen, who as a citizen can be votes. Please, the 2020 election is around. If you want to change for your community, if you want to change on your house, if you want to change for this entire America, it's your right now to stand up and November 2nd, November 3rd to vote. We must come out and vote to make a change. So if we don't do it, you're going to be affected, I'm going to be affected, we all going to be affected for the next 4 years or next 8 years to be. So it's a time for us to come out for this election, who we know is very important for everybody to come and express your voice, because the voice, the number is what we want to for the people and for the county, for entire life, because so many stuff is going on right now in every corner in America. But to make sure we bring a change, everybody had to come out and express his desire and his voice to make a change, because changes all happen if you express your voice.
Coach Fofo, thank you so much. I really wish we could do this in Spanish, but that's a barrier. We're working on our Spanish, guys. But we
can do it in French.
We're going to do it in French.
Yeah.
We're going to do French, and that's the transition for me. Donc, tu es membre, tu es ambassadeur de how do you say Census?
Census, yeah.
Census, ok. Yeah. Tu es un ambassadeur de la Census dans le Montgomery County. Comment ça se passe déjà?
Ben oui, nous sommes ambassadeurs. Mon organisation SIDA a été choisie pour représenter la communauté africaine basée dans le district 5 de Montgomery County, East County, où on a été appelé pour vraiment supporter, aider à recenser, c'est parce que c'est le recensement. Donc à recenser notre communauté, qui est une communauté très faible, qui ne sort pas. Donc on veut que tout le monde soit compté dans toutes les maisons. C'est pour cela que le comté de Montgomery County nous a fait confiance et nous a choisi de conduire ce projet de recensement dans le comté de East County pour que nos Africains, nos maisons soient comptées.
Qui est essentiellement concerné? Est-ce que c'est parce que il y a des bébés qui naissent chaque jour, il y a des parents, il y a des jeunes, qui est vraiment concerné?
Tout le monde est concerné. Dans chaque maison aujourd'hui, il y a la grand-père, la grand-mère, la tante, même le nouveau-né qui est sorti aujourd'hui doit être sur la liste de comptage. Parce que si nous ne comptons pas tout le monde, le county va perdre de l'argent. Et c'est 1800 par enfant, par personne, qui va être compté pendant les 10 ans. Donc ça va faire 18 500 que sera donné dans les 10 ans pour une seule personne. Tu imagines si le county compte tout le monde et qu'on a cet argent, nous aurons les hôpitaux qui vont être construits, les écoles de nos enfants vont être améliorées, les aires de jeu vont être construites, vont être aménagées. Donc, là où on donne la nourriture va être augmenté. Beaucoup de choses vont changer dans notre communauté et nous aurons la chance de bien vivre parce que cet argent que le federal government va donner à notre comté sera distribué dans nos quartiers et améliorer la condition de vie des Africains. Mais pour arriver, on doit compter tout le monde dans toutes les maisons, on doit compter tout le monde parce que c'est obligatoire que d'ici les 3-4 jours qui arrivent, que tout le monde soit compté pour qu'on connaisse le nombre et aussi avoir un poids devant l'assise de comté de Montgomery County et aussi projeter dans le futur, avoir les représentations municipaux et maires et toutes ces choses.
Bon, il y a certaines personnes, quand on entend dire de recensement, il y a des gens qui ne comprennent pas vraiment, ils pensent déjà une fois à l'immigration. On sait, nous tous, nous savons qu'il y a des gens qui ne sont pas très corrects vis-à-vis les papiers de la loi. Et il y a cette catégorie de personnes qui seront peut-être effrayées par ce que vous faites. Est-ce qu'ils sont rassurés?
C'est pour cela que nous sommes là à représenter cette communauté devant les gens que nous connaissons déjà. Que l'État ou le federal government ne distribue pas les informations qu'ils vont recevoir, collectées au niveau de Census, des recensements, au office de migration ou de les gens qui viennent prendre des gens dans les maisons. Non, c'est vraiment... c'est strict, c'est confidentiel et vous n'avez pas besoin d'être citoyen ou avoir la green card avant d'être recensé. La loi vous permet que dès que vous habitez dans un quartier, vous avez une adresse et vous êtes dans une maison qui porte une adresse, vous avez le droit de vous compter, de vous être recensé parce que c'est le nombre, on veut savoir combien d'Africains vivent dans le comté de Montgomery County, dans le East County, pour qu'on puisse réalloquer si c'est l'argent ou c'est beaucoup de choses, améliorer la condition de vie des gens. Mais n'ayez pas peur que si vous n'avez pas ces papiers, vous n'avez pas droit, vous n'avez rien à craindre parce que on ne va pas prendre vos informations pour aller vendre pour que l'immigration vous court d'après. Non, vous êtes en sécurité, c'est safe. Même pour savoir dans les 15 ans, 25 ans, 75 ans, pour savoir où vient mon père, où viennent mes grands-parents, ces documents ne sont pas distribués. C'est confidentiel et ça va rester confidentiel pendant 75 ans.
Oh, Fofo, le recensement que nous parlons à ce moment, ça arrive au moment où il y a le Covid-19, tout le monde est avisé d'être chez lui, ne pas trop sortir et tout ça. Est-ce qu'il y a des mesures pour s'assurer que même les gens que vous allez recenser dans les endroits que vous avez cités tout à l'heure seront en sécurité? Oui, effectivement.
Le comté a mis des dispositions avec des protocoles de protection de Covid-19 avec nous qui sommes dans la communauté en train de faire ce recensement ou bien en train de knock les doors. Tous les enfants sont protégés avec un masque. Ils ont des gants. Et aussi, il y a la possibilité que si vous ne voulez pas avoir de contact avec quelqu'un pour cette partage ou pour cette information, vous pouvez aller online sur www.2020census.gov et vous aurez accès pour pouvoir remplir votre condition et filmer. Ou sinon, vous n'avez pas d'internet, vous n'avez pas d'ordinateur à la maison et vous avez un téléphone, vous pouvez toujours appeler le 844, le 330 et 2020 pour que quelqu'un vous prenne au téléphone et vous aide à prendre vos informations et à rentrer dedans pour que vous soyez connectés. Donc, il y a les possibilités aujourd'hui que tout le monde soit compté dans cette quantité et que tous les Africains participent à ce recensement qui se passe pendant tous les 10 ans.
Bon, on finit avec cette question, Coach Fofo. Il y a les élections qui viennent en novembre là, et est-ce que le census ou bien quel est votre avis ou bien votre advice?
Opinion.
Quelle est votre opinion vis-à-vis nos frères africains?
Ben, je veux exhorter tous nos frères africains qui vivent dans cette communauté, qui vivent dans ce canton, que c'est le moment crucial de nos vies, de tous les Africains qui vivent ici. Que vous avez les papiers, que vous n'avez pas les papiers. C'est le moment où, spécialement ceux qui ont les papiers, qui sont citoyens, de sortir et voter massivement parce que votre voix est demandée. Votre voix est appelée à aller aux urnes pour, si nous voulons le changement dans les 3 mois, dans les 2 mois qui vont arriver, il faut que ceux qui n'ont jamais voté et ont la possibilité de voter, de sortir et voter, parce que si vous ne votez pas, ça va affecter la vie de vos enfants dans les écoles, dans les trucs d'assurance, dans beaucoup de mesures, ça sera affecté. Donc c'est possible et bien que nous tous, ceux qui ont la possibilité et la chance de voter, de sortir et voter pour qu'il y ait le changement qui arrive, pour que nous vivons dans cette liberté qui nous est destinée.
Thank you very much, Coach Fofo, for coming. I hope we did touch on the census, more especially. I wish we had more time to delve into so many other issues, but we're going to leave it here for now. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much to have me, and thank you, Kems Media, for the good job you guys have been doing in the community. With now so many people right now cannot have information in this house. So we need Kems Media, we need all our people who have those instrumental in the community to be also to engage, involved, so we can promote together. Together, we can win. But divided, we're not going to go far away. So thank you so much. Thank you to Kems Media.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It's on that note that we draw the curtains on this special broadcast on Kems Media. Stay tuned.